Hi, my name is Steve, and I'm the Chief Information Security Officer, or CISO, at fictionalwidgets.com. I'd like to talk to you today about the role of a CISO and how today's cyber threats affect a CISO's motives, priorities, and the stakes involved. The role of a CISO is not only fairly new in the corporate world, but has already evolved rapidly in just the last few years. Originally, most CISOs were concerned with compliance issues, ensuring that their organizations would meet the requirements of various legislated regulations, such as Sarbanes-Oxley and HIPAA in the U.S., or their counterparts in other countries. Those things remain important, but now the role of a CISO has a much wider scope and is integrated into the entire business. Unlike a CIO, a role that tends to be more focused on IT infrastructure, my scope is much more big picture. To be successful, we must work with the CEO, the COO, the CFO, general counsel, and others to fully understand the entire business, and then create strategies and programs that are aligned with those business objectives. The goal of these strategies and programs is to understand the overall value of our intellectual property assets and security reputation, and ensure that they're reasonably protected and to manage the risks to those things. In short, what the other C-suite officers want from me is a concrete assessment of information risk and value. They want to know what their risk exposure is, their liability, in the event of a compromise. In addition, some CISOs are expected to represent the company and its brand externally in thought leadership roles, partnership development, and senior customer engagement. The CISO needs to be seen as a highly credible representative face of the company's security posture. For a CISO to do this, there are formidable challenges. First, information is increasingly becoming a core asset, and in many companies it is the core asset. A CISO's job is to understand the risks to it and to take the prudent steps to keep it safe, and plan for the almost inevitable compromises that will happen so that they can be appropriately addressed. The challenge is, our information assets are scattered all over the place. Gone are the days of a company having a single monolithic enclosed data center. Now we have information assets living in the cloud, whether that be in third-party software as a service applications or our own internal hybrid private cloud architectures. Data that resides outside our buildings has to be secured and protected just the same. And the rise of cloud computing is imposing new challenges in securely granting access to that data. From bring your own device to the Internet of Things, the number, types, and locations of devices needing secure access is exploding. With every new access method, there comes a possible new attack surface. Another particularly vexing challenge is shadow IT. This is where departments or individuals go outside the corporate policies and spin up their own applications, or utilize unapproved or uncoordinated SaaS services, or otherwise allow what may be key information assets to be stored out of our control. Since we don't know about it, we can't secure it, and it poses a nebulous, fuzzy risk that bothers me greatly. It might be secure, and it might not be. Now, what happens if I don't get it right? All you need to do is look at any number of recent data breaches to get an idea of the risks when things go wrong. These events vary in the details of the exploits, but they all have serious consequences. Some of these consequences are concrete, they're easy to quantify, and others are less so. In many of the breaches, tens of millions of credit cards become compromised, and personally identifiable information for millions of individuals are stolen. What's important here is the result. Class action lawsuits, millions in settlements of lawsuits brought by customers seeking damages. These breaches also become the targets of government regulators, resulting in huge fines. This is all on top of a reduction in earnings, drop in profits, and a drop in stock price. Some of the less tangible consequences are the loss of the control of valuable information assets, including customers' personally identifiable information, resulting in the loss of customer trust and lasting damage to brand reputation. So that's it. All I have to do is be aware of all valuable information in our company, where it lives, how it should be accessed securely, simultaneously identifying all the risks, reducing them, and all the while fostering an environment that maximizes the value of the information to the company. No big deal, right?